If you're an American sports fan, you've probably seen something about Jesse Marsch and Leeds United beating Chelsea 3-0 this past weekend. It's an incredibly exciting time to be an American fan and a fan of Premier League soccer. If you don't really understand the hype, or you don't really follow soccer, I'm here to tell you why there's no better time as an American to start following the Premier League than right now. The reason so many Americans are hyped up about Leeds United is about their coach Jesse Marsch and two of their best American players, Tyler Adams and Brenden Aronson. When we look at Jesse Marsch, Marsch has an incredible personality. He's an extremely motivating coach, and there was a speech that he gave during his time in Austria that made him sort of semi-famous at the time.
Ja, es ist ein fucking Champions League Spiel. Wir müssen körperlich auf dem Platz and get fucking stuck in mit Druck. Zu viel Respekt für die Gegner. Ja, es ist mit dem Ball, gegen den Ball und mit Fouls. Zu viel Respekt. They have to feel us, guys. They have to know we're fucking here to compete. Not just that we're stylistically going to try to play the same way, but we came to fucking play. Right? That is what's most important.
Also, when Jesse Marsch took over Leeds last season, he was kind of destined to fail. All the English papers called him the Ted Lasso of the Premier League.
I'm not sure Ted Lasso helped.
But he kept his head strong. He showed his passion. He didn't really let the media get to him, and he was able to bring Leeds out of the relegation zone on the final game of the season. You can see Marsch's passion in every game. I mean, just look at him celebrate the first goal against Chelsea. He goes absolutely crazy on the sidelines. It's awesome to watch, and you can see a lot of American traits and styles in the way that he plays. He wants his players to be hardworking, and he plays a really fun to watch and aggressive, fast-paced system where he wants his players to press the other team for almost the whole 90 minutes. And so far to start the season, they have 2 wins and 1 draw, with one of those wins coming against one of the best teams in the league, Chelsea. Then you got the 2 American players that joined Leeds United this summer, Brenden Aronson and Tyler Adams. Aronson is a really young talent and one of the brightest players on the U.S. national team, and my hot take is that he's currently the best U.S. player in the world right now. Aronson is an attacking midfielder who is one of the most hardworking players in the entire world. He's always topping the distance cover charts, whether it was in the Champions League last season or in the Premier League this season. Aronson previously played under Marsh in Austria, and he fits his style extremely well. He works hard every game, and you can see that Aaronson is clearly talented when it goes to going forward, making assists, or scoring goals. I expect him to have a great season in the Prem this year. Then you have Tyler Adams. Adams plays as a holding midfielder for Leeds, and he's kind of the destroyer. Just like Aaronson, he's an extremely hardworking guy, and you can see him moving all across the field. He'll be stopping attacks on one side of the field, then he'll be running and pushing forward and pressing on the other side of the field. He's always making those crunching tackles that really get the team motivated, and everyone wants to play with a guy like Tyler. He's kind of the rock in Leeds' midfield right now, and he's extremely solid for them. He's the glue that holds the Leeds defense and attack together. He also played under Marsh when Marsh was coaching in the MLS for the New York Red Bulls, so Adams has experience under his system, and he fits it perfectly. As an American soccer fan, it's really easy to root for these guys, especially since they're doing it in the best league in the world right now. I follow the Premier League religiously, and I don't really have a team that I follow. I'm more of a neutral fan, but I've never been more excited to watch a team as an American than Leeds United. And I think this is the best time to get into it.
Yeah, it just goes to show people around the world that Americans can play football too.